welcome back. So today's video is going to be a 5-day mascara try-on. So I picked up 5 brand new mascara formulas, and rather than do a video on each one, I thought it would be fun to just do all 5 in one video, but of course that takes multiple days. So what I did is I vlogged myself every day trying a new mascara formula. I did some close-ups so you could see my lashes really well as a wear test. So I did a check-in at the end of the night and let you know how it wore, whether it smudged or flaked and things like that. I also took photos of my lashes each day, so stay tuned to the end of the video where I compare them all side by side as well as give you my final thoughts and let you know which one I like the best. So in this video you're going to see 3 new drugstore mascaras and 2 new higher end formulas, so you'll get a good range of different prices to fit your budget. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into the daily vlogs. Good morning guys, it's Sunday, day 1, and today I'm going to be applying the new CoverGirl Lash Blast Flourish mascara and the Lash Blast Amplify primer. So what I thought I would do is use the mascara on one side by itself, and then on the other eye I'll layer the primer underneath. I'm just curious to see if the primer does anything to improve the way the mascara looks and also to improve the wear of it. So I'm just wondering if maybe the primer might help it to smudge less under my eyes or maybe not flake off. So let's get started. So before we apply the mascara, I just wanted to show you what the brush looks like. It has a really nice thin brush that I think will be really good for getting close to the roots of my lashes. It also is very spiky, so it looks like it'll be great at combing through. It's one of those harder plastic bristle brushes versus the traditional mascara wand. And then in comparison, the brush for the primer is actually a lot thicker. I'll show you them side by side. And the primer is one of the white formulas, so you can definitely see where you're putting it as you apply. Okay, so there's one side done, that's just the mascara. Okay, so here's an extreme close-up just to show you what my lashes look like with the mascara on. This is the one that just had the mascara. This is the one with the mascara and primer. To be honest with you, I don't really notice a difference. I don't think the primer did anything as far as making the lashes on this eye look more voluminous or longer or anything like that. So my overall first impression of this mascara is that it gives a very natural look to your lashes. It doesn't give that big voluminous false lash look, which is what I usually go for, but I do like that it's not clumpy, and the brush made it really easy to comb through and separate my lashes, and I felt like I could build coats over and over without fear of my lashes starting to stick together or anything like that. So anyway, I will check in with you guys later on this evening and let you know if it smudges or flakes under my eyes. I really, like I said before, I don't think the primer really did anything to affect the way the mascara looks. But I guess we'll see if maybe it helps extend the wear of the formula. So I will check in with you guys in a bit. Alright guys, so it's 9 p.m. now, and I've been wearing the mascara for about 9 or 10 hours. It looks really good still. There's no smudging, no flaking, but on that note, I didn't think that the primer was worth it because it didn't seem to thicken or lengthen my lashes any more than just the side with the mascara, and it also didn't seem to extend the wear. I don't think that it was really necessary considering the side that has the mascara wore just as long as the side with the primer. So I would say skip the primer. If you like a more natural look without clumping or without smudging or flaking, I think you'll definitely like the mascara part of it. But if you like that more like bold false lash look that I like, then you might want to just skip this one because I feel like it just gives a really natural, simple look to your lashes. Hey guys, it is Monday, day 2, and today I'm going to be applying the Rimmel Wonder'fully Real Mascara with Keratin. This actually claims to give both volume and length, and it also says that it doesn't smudge or flake. So I'll show you what the brush looks like, and then we'll get into the application. So here's what the brush looks like on the Rimmel mascara. Kind of like the CoverGirl one, it's one of those plasticky bristle brushes. It has a lot of really sharp looking spikes on it. And this one though is actually slightly tapered towards the tip. Not too much, it's almost the same length all the way around, but not quite. It just has that little bit of a taper to it. And the good part about this as well is that it is a skinnier brush. Okay, so let's go ahead now and apply this one. Okay, so there's one eye done. This one definitely seems to have a lot more impact than the CoverGirl one that I tried yesterday. So let's go ahead and do the other eye. Okay, so let me do an extreme close-up so you can see what this looks like. Okay, so as you can see, this one definitely gives a lot more length and volume than the CoverGirl one did yesterday. It almost gives a false lash look, really long and voluminous lashes, which I love. So one thing I will say about the formula of this mascara is that it's a wetter formula than the CoverGirl one from yesterday. So if you like to really build up your lashes and keep going with multiple coats, it is going to make them clump and stick together a little bit. So the one thing is though that I will say is that I was able to separate my lashes out if I didn't dip the wand back into the tube. And what was initially on the wand the first time was enough to do both of my eyes. So I just did a couple of coats on this eye, went to this eye, and then went back and forth. And as the mascara was coming off the brush, it made it easier to just comb through because I wasn't adding any more product. So I was able to get a pretty clump-free look overall. I don't think they're quite as separated as they were yesterday. But that's kind of also the nature of getting a little bit more volume out of a product, is it does look just a little bit clumpier. So no big deal. I really like the way that my lashes came out today. So I will check in with you guys later tonight and see how this one wears. Hello again, I'm back. It's about 8 p.m. I put this on around 11 a.m. I would say, so it's been on for 9 hours. I don't have any smudging under my eyes, no flaking, it hasn't budged at all, so that's awesome. I really like this one so far because I love the way it made my lashes look. I just hope that over time the formula doesn't get super clumpy because it is a more wet formula, and I've noticed in the past, like with the IT Cosmetics Superhero mascara, kind of comes to mind with this type of formula where it starts out being amazing and I love it, but in a couple of weeks it dries up and gets really thick and extra clumpy, and then I stop liking it. So I hope that's not the case for this mascara. I'll just have to test it out for a longer period of time, but so far so good. So I'm definitely gonna keep this one in the rotation. Good morning guys, welcome to day 3. Today's mascara is the Mally Smoky Mama mascara. This is part of her Mallywood collection that just launched at Ulta. I think it's exclusively at Ulta right now. So as before, I will show you what the wand looks like, do the demo, and then let you know my thoughts. Okay, so here's what the Smoky Mama mascara wand looks like. This is not one of those plastic bristle brushes. It's actually a traditional mascara wand that's very soft. It's also super skinny, which I love because I can really get up close to the roots of my lashes with it. And the bristles look like they're really dense, so hopefully that means no clumping. All right, so let's go ahead and apply this one. Okay, so here's one eye done. Now let's go into the second eye. Okay, so now let's go in for a quick close-up. So this one really helped my lashes look a lot longer and thicker, so I love it so far. I also like how the really skinny brush was able to get right up to the roots of my lashes, and it almost created a tight line effect. I don't know if you can see that, but it looks like I lined my waterline because as I was wiggling the brush up, it was sort of depositing color right along the waterline, and it helps the base of my lashes to look even thicker, so I like that about it as well. So overall, I really love the effect that the Mally Smoky Mama gave my lashes. It gives really big volume as well as a lot of length. So I love that. I love big lashes. Also, I love the brush, not just because it's skinny, but also because it's a softer brush. And I do tend to prefer the softer traditional mascara wands to the harder plasticky spiky ones. It's just personal preference on my part, but I do favor this type of brush. Also, just a quick note about the formula. It wasn't too wet or too dry. However, this one is very thick. I think it's thicker definitely than the CoverGirl and as well as the Rimmel. Those were thinner formulas. This one is almost like a moussey sort of texture. So I think it could definitely get clumpy, especially as it starts to dry out a little bit. But right now, I mean, this is a brand new tube, so it goes on really, really well. But that's something to keep in mind because sometimes, not always, these really thick formulas can tend to get even thicker as they dry out. But so far so good, and I will update you guys later on tonight. Hey guys, I'm back. It's about 9:30 p.m. so it's been roughly 10 and a half hours since I applied the Mally mascara this morning, and it is holding up really, really well. It's not smudging under my eyes. It doesn't flake. So thumbs up for this one. I really enjoy the formula, and I think it made my lashes look the most voluminous out of the 3 that I've tried so far. So I will be back tomorrow with another formula. Good morning guys, it's Wednesday, day 4. And today I'm going to be trying a new drugstore mascara. It's the NYX Worth the Hype Volumizing and Lengthening Mascara. So just like in previous days, I'll show you what the brush looks like and then get into the demo. Okay, so this one's another traditional style mascara wand. It doesn't have those hard plastic bristle brushes. It's a softer one. It is a little bit larger than all the brushes that I've used so far, and I'm not the biggest fan of huge brushes just because they tend to get mascara on my eyelids and I can't get really super close up to my roots with it, but we'll have to see. Okay, so there's one eye done. Okay, so mascara's on. I did get a little bit on my eyelids, but not too bad. So let's do a quick close-up. Okay, so this is a wetter formula. It doesn't clump that much, but it does a little bit. You have to be careful with it, but I think the bristles are pretty close together on the brush, so it doesn't like completely load your lashes with mascara, which is definitely a good thing. I think it gives nice volume, not quite as much length as some of the other ones. I think it's definitely more volume than length, but I'm also seeing a little bit of curl with this one, which is really nice. All right, so far I really like this one as well. I think it's doing a nice job at giving, you know, more of that false lash look. I wish it had a little bit more length, but overall it definitely adds a lot of volume. So I will check in with you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, I'm back. So it's only been about 4 hours, but as you can see, this Worth the Hype mascara is actually smudging underneath my eyes pretty badly. I didn't really do anything today. It wasn't like I was outside in the heat. My eyes were not watering. I was just in the house, hanging out, editing videos and stuff like that. So I think this one is probably not gonna work out. I may use it a couple more times and just see if it lasts any better. It's a shame because I did really like the way my lashes looked, but so far the other 3 that I've tried this week were so much longer lasting than this. So let me just show you up close. So under this eye, the smudging is pretty bad. Over here, it's smudging in the inner corner. So I'm just gonna call it a day for today, and I won't do an update later. I'm gonna have to go ahead and clean this up, but the fact that it smudged so quickly is not a good thing. All right, so I'll see you guys tomorrow with my 5th and final mascara that I'm going to be trying out this week. Also, stay tuned to the end of the video because I will be letting you know what my favorite one is. I'll also show some side-by-side comparison shots. I've been taking photos of my lashes each day, so I'll be able to show you all of the mascaras and what they look like side by side. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. It is day 5, Thursday. It's my final day of the mascara try-on, and today I'm going to be trying out the new Smashbox SuperFan Fanned Out Mascara. This is supposed to give volume, length, and lift. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the wand on this one is one of the plasticky brushes with the spikes. It has uniform length spikes all the way around, which is interesting because a lot of these type of brushes have, you know, a mix of shorter and longer spikes. These look to be all the same size. It's also an oval style wand, so it's tapered at both ends and then wider in the center, but overall it's not a super wide brush, so it should be easy to get up close to my lashes with this one. All right, so now let's go ahead and apply this one to my eyes. Okay, so there's one eye done. At least in the camera viewfinder, it looks like it definitely adds a lot of length and volume. Okay, so the mascara is on. Let's go ahead and do a close-up. Okay, so as you can see, this one gives a lot of volume, length, and curl. I think it might be the most out of any of the formulas that I've tried so far, but in order to tell for sure, I'm gonna have to look at the side-by-side photos, but it seems to really make a huge impact with my lashes. Okay, so just a few quick thoughts on this Smashbox formula. It's a very wet formula and it's actually kind of clumpy. I had to really try to comb through my lashes, but they actually are sticking together in some spots, which I think is strange for a mascara that's called SuperFan, for a fanned out look. Usually you think of a fanned out look as being very separated and very fluffy and fluttery kind of lashes, and I feel like this adds a lot of dramatic length and volume, but it also is making my lashes kind of stick together and clump together. So it does also say that it doesn't smudge or flake, so only time will tell. I will check in with you guys later tonight and see how this one wears. Hey guys, I'm back. It's been about 9.5 hours since I applied the Smashbox SuperFan, and sadly this one seems to be a smudger as well. It's funny because the first 3 earlier in the week didn't smudge at all, and then the last 2 days they've been smudging like crazy, but I have to say my eyes haven't been watery, I wasn't working out, I wasn't even in humidity the last 2 days. I've just been kind of in the house, so the fact that they smudged is kind of telling because they didn't really need to last through any type of harsh conditions. So sadly, even though I liked the way that this one made my lashes look, it was a little bit on the clumpier side, and it's also smudging all over the place. So anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow with my final thoughts and wrap up. Okay, so now that you saw all my daily vlogs, what I'm going to do is insert photos of my lashes taken on each day side by side so you can really compare them and see what they look like next to each other. And keep in mind too that mascara is personal preference, so what I like might not be what you like. I tend to like formulas that give me both length and volume and a little bit of curl, just basically that big voluminous false lash look, but I know other people who just want, you know, more of like a wispy, separated length type of look, and other people who just like the really thick, voluminous, chunky lashes. So basically I like a combo of both, and I think a couple of these formulas definitely gave me that. So let's take a look. Just looking at the photo, I think I was least impressed with the CoverGirl formula. I don't think it gave me a ton of length or volume, so that one just gave more of a natural look, but if that's something that you're looking for, I think that's a really good option because it was very long wearing, it didn't smudge, it didn't clump. The Rimmel one I was very impressed with. That one gave me length, volume, it wasn't clumpy, it lasted all day. The Mally one, similarly, I was very impressed with that one as well. That one gave me even a little bit more volume than the Rimmel did, as well as a ton of length. I also really liked the brush on that one. It was super skinny, got right up close to my lash line, and actually gave a little bit of a tight line effect, so I really liked the bolder impact that that one gave me. And then with the NYX, I think it actually made my lashes look really nice. It actually, I think, curled the most out of any of the formulas, but sadly it smudged after only a few hours, so I had to count that one out. And the Smashbox one also gave me tons of length and volume, and I really liked the way that one made my lashes look, but it was also harder to work with. It was a little bit clumpier, and that one smudged at the end of the day as well. Okay, so which formula was my favorite? This is hard. I feel like I love the Rimmel one and the Mally one. I think they're both really great for different reasons. The Rimmel just gave a really beautiful separated look. I think I would wear that one every single day. Even if I'm not wearing eye makeup, I always apply mascara, and I think it just gives a big, like, wide awake look to my eyes. So I really, really love that one. But I also love the Mally one for the drama that it gives. I could see myself wearing that one a ton when I'm doing smokier eye looks or just when we're going out at night. I think it looks awesome with eye makeup, especially because it just adds that extra like wow factor. It makes it look like you're wearing false lashes. It gives, like I said before, that really tight lined effect. So it makes the base of your lashes look extra voluminous. So those are my top two picks, I would say. I can't really choose between them because I like them both for different reasons, but I would say whichever one is in your budget, definitely check that out if you like the same kinds of lash looks that I like. Alright guys, so that does it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you would like to see more videos like this with long wear tests, let me know in the comments below. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great weekend. I'll see you in the next one.